Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Welcome in to live. And man, it has been way too long since we've done a live. Feels good. Feels good to be back. Now, if you're watching this part of the video, you're probably watching the replay because it takes a while for people to join the actual live. So if you're seeing this and you're like, dang it, I missed the live, definitely, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell notification, select all. That way you don't miss anything if we go live again in the future. Don't want you to be frustrated. And I'm trying to do these earlier. It's like 4:22 here in Denver, so it's nearly midnight in the UK, so we may not get any of our friends in that area. I'm trying to do these earlier, but definitely want to get as many people on here as possible. Now, we're going to do something fun tonight, something I've never tried before. So stay tuned for that. Haven't started it yet. And give me a shout out in the comments, thumbs up. Welcome in, everybody. Old Radio says, working on my 1907 Edison phonograph. That's awesome. Hey, man, welcome in. That's cool, man. Jake, what's up? This is a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Mile High City. And we're going to get some storms rolling in. I guess it's going to be stormy. If you guys hear storm sounds, by the way, in fact, it's probably annoying. Hey, Google, stop. I've got Google playing storm sounds, just kind of ambient background sound. My wife will tell you I always have to have sound at any given time. Mike, welcome in. Huevos Incorporated, any album recommendations? Oh, yeah. What do you want? I mean, I got album recommendations all day long. Give me an idea. Hi from Southampton, England. Wow. Southampton. That is really cool. It's late for you, so thank you for making time to do it. So we're going to try something we've never tried before. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do that here in a minute. I've been told I'm kind of crazy for even thinking I could do this, but Old Radio says, got some Japanese 78s from the 50s the other day. That's really cool. South Australia. Awesome. Absinthe the Dream. Absinthe the Dream. I think I'm saying that right. If not, I apologize, but welcome in. Thank you for watching. South Australia. What time is it? What day is it in South Australia? Ralph Reinhardt. Hello from far NorCal. Welcome in, Ralph. Glad to have you back. Awesome. Hey, thank you guys for jumping on. It's a blast. It's just exciting to think about people willing to jump on. So thank you for making time. So you may be seeing these guys back here. CD players. I love CD players. People have been around here for a while. They know that I do. We've got 3 models up there. Just got done featuring them yesterday on the Vinyl Nation show. If you're not a member of the Vinyl Nation, consider joining that. Get an extra show a week. And we did a show on generic vintage CD players. I don't think anybody else would even think about doing a show like that. Maybe via Westlife. I was thinking as I was putting that together, I'm like, this is a very via Westlife show, which is a good thing. It is Sunday morning at 7:55 a.m. Wow. Well, thank you so much. Mike Davies says it's 11:25 here in the UK. Yeah, I know it's late. I'm sorry, man. I was trying to get on as early as possible. It's been a full day here in the Mile High City, 4:25 in the afternoon on Saturday. Sean says, I recommend that you check out the Canadian brand Metric for anyone interested. New album coming out this summer. Cool. Thanks for the recommendation. Hello, hello, says 60 sounds on 33, 45, and 78 RPM records. Welcome in. My Bell RCA tape cartridge machine is fixed. Can you fix mine? I could use a little help with mine. I think mine needs new caps. And I need to do a show replacing caps. Some people don't realize that I can do that. Not that I would care if people knew that or not. I just need to do a show about that because I have some items that need capacitor replacement. The most recent one is right in the top part of my cabinet here. My it's a Panasonic. Use your words. It's a Panasonic stereo recording 8-track player, and I went to put a tape in the other day, just nothing. So that probably needs some capacitors in it. So yeah, it's cool you got yours fixed. Mine still kind of has a hum when it plays and stuff. I'd like to get it fixed because I've got some cool. How many people within arm's reach have RCA tape cartridge tapes, including this? This has the Bel Canto demo on it that was featured in Tech Moan's video. And on the other side, we got Sounds of Space. This was a duplicate. I mean, this is, first of all, Bel Canto and RCA were competitors, so it'd be weird that they'd be on the same one. But I have this and some others, some custom Fardamark records. Check them out on YouTube. You haven't done so already. Some custom albums. Even have, here's another one that he made with the Living Stereo branding, which is cool. Somewhere in here, there's a couple of these. Oh yeah, I've even got a pre-recorded album, RCA Living Stereo. I love this format. It's cool. This is the great grandpa of the compact cassette. And just for, so yeah, this is what a professional pre-recorded one would look like. Just for comparison's sake, sometimes on camera it's hard to tell the size difference between a compact cassette and an RCA tape cartridge. So check that out. It's noticeably bigger. Plus 1/4-inch tape versus 1/8-inch tape. By the way, I was recording a project on these RCA tapes. I don't know if you guys have experience with these. There was more dropouts in that tape than I can even remember having in previous experience with that. I was kind of bummed because I was looking forward to that. I do have some other new old stock. I've got some Sony and Maxell tape. But yeah, anyway, to find one of these, kind of cool. It's an interesting rabbit hole, the whole RCA tape cartridge system. Okay. And by the way, I'm terrible at comments, so if and when I miss yours, I apologize. Put it in there again. Roland, welcome in. Haunted Coachman just purchased a mouthful there. Wow. 28 pounds. Cool. Sounds good. Huevos Incorporated. Yeah, I love, I never had a component stereo growing up, so it's been kind of fun putting it together. Oh, it was at the repair shop for a year. Wow. What was wrong with it and what'd they do? Alex the Burb, welcome in. Old Radio says, got a quadraphonic Sony reel-to-reel. Ooh, that's cool. Another project is my Akai reel-to-reel with an 8-track in the side. That thing is so heavy. It's probably 60 pounds. That thing is, it's a beast. It's an absolute beast. Hope all's well. John Egan, welcome in. Oh, thank you, John. Really, really appreciate it. Bel Canto tape. Yep. Yeah, I've got an RCA. It's back. It's down the hall a ways. I've got an RCA mono cartridge tape player, and it is a player because it record. I don't know what it is on there. Something it doesn't record for whatever reason. I had a stereo one, but I did a trade. I've talked about that before with Fardamark. So he got the stereo one, I got the mono one, and a reel-to-reel. So it was a good deal. What do I think of Yugo Rock? Says Alex. I don't know. I don't know that band or artist. WCGM Video. Here I am. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Still haven't bought pre-recorded tapes. El cassette is about the same size. Yeah, I haven't gone down the El cassette ward yet. Why not buy Philips compact cassettes? It's just an interesting thing to go down the whole route of a different format. Had a bad motor run cap. Okay. Yeah, an El cassette is really expensive. All right, guys, we have a few. Give me a thumbs up, by the way. About half of you have done so already. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I've never done this before, and I hope it will work. I don't know why it wouldn't. I'm going to take a break from the comments for a sec, so if I don't see your comment, I apologize. So we've been doing TikTok now for since last year, maybe October-ish. And so it had taken a while to get to the point where I could go live on TikTok. And I'm intrigued by the idea of live on TikTok. They don't persist the videos. They kind of fall off after you're done, unlike YouTube. Whereas here, I could save the live when we're done if I want to. And, for people to watch later, which I do maybe about a third of the time. Most of our live videos are one and done. I just want to incentivize people to make it here, if they can. I know sometimes I do it at annoying times for folks in the UK, but TikTok, you have to hit 1,000 subs or 1,000 followers before you can go live. And I now have passed that threshold about a month ago. In fact, I'll give you a live count. It's hard starting a new thing again after so much work of building up YouTube, to go in then and invest the time and energy to start building an audience in TikTok. So that has been difficult. But I got to the point where I could go live. And I could monetize it too, I guess, but I haven't done that yet. All right, what I want to do is not watch TikTok, but actually go into the screen. Okay, yes, I understand how it works. Okay, so 1,125 followers. Now, what I like about TikTok is that when you're doing a live, it seems like unlike YouTube, it seems like they really push that content out there to a lot of new people, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing depending on who we get. And what I mean by that is, we don't want any trolls. We don't want any people causing trouble. But on the other hand, it might be a great way to kind of fish for more audience. You know what I mean? So I've got a camera stand here for my phone, and I'm going to try to do live on TikTok, and you guys are going to be my support. Okay. So you're going to be there, and we're going to try and do this. So I've never done this before. So here we go. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Yes, you can use the microphone. I had to uninstall it because I made the mistake of getting the iPhone with the lowest amount of storage. So when I'm editing the show, like I did for yesterday's Vinyl Nation show, what ends up happening is I run out of space a lot. So I have to uninstall apps that take up a lot of space, like Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. Walt Sanders, first time posting. Hello from Iowa. Enjoying your channel. Not new to the hobby. Glad you are helping out the newbies. It's just fun watching your channel. Thank you, Walt. Thank you and welcome in. I really, really appreciate that. I never claimed to be an expert, which is a great pass to not get things right because I'm learning too. I had a record player as a kid, and I quickly moved on to tapes and, onward and upward. So I've come back to this in the last, 6-7 years, and I've really been learning from the ground up myself. So, and there was no other YouTube out there. So a lot of times people are like, why don't you have more followers? Why don't you have like 100,000 subs? And I would love that. I agree. That would be fun. But we've segmented ourselves 2 times, and this is how we've done it. So take TechMoan's audience, which I say is about the largest potential audience you could have for a techie kind of review show. I think that's the most successful one, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. So he's got like 1.5 million subs, something like that. So you take that and then you say, well, I'm only going to do entry-level stuff. So I'm not going to try to review the best. I'm not initially, and even still to this day, a lot of time, I can't do that. That is expensive. You know what I mean? How am I going to, come back with all this expensive stuff? I'm doing 3 shows a week. So, you know what I mean? And right now with the supply shortages, there's not a lot of product samples to be had out there. If you haven't noticed, unfortunately, although we've got a really cool one coming up tomorrow, by the way, don't miss tomorrow's show. So you've taken our potential audience, that a lot of which wants to see the best, the most expensive, et cetera, and said, you know what, we're only doing entry level. So now we're only doing a small segment of that potential audience. Then you take this and spread it out and say, okay, here's what you have left. Then are you going to do rock and roll like most people do? Well, no, I don't like rock and roll. So it's going to be a lot of, big band and stuff. Well, you just shrunk your audience even more. So the point is that we have a highly segmented audience. So to find 25,000 like-minded people that want to spend some time together is a huge blessing. And I can't believe that. So still completely honored. But, the reason why we're not in that realm of millions of subs is probably because of that. I would love that. I would love to, kind of personal goal has been to get to 100,000. Seems a long ways away, but I remember when 1,000 seemed like impossible. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to go live. How do I do this? You think you would hit the plus. Oh yeah, there's a tab there. Live. Go live. Add a title. Record-ology. By the way, if you don't follow us on TikTok, check it out. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, TikTok. They don't like that. And I get that. And I felt that way a lot of the time, or initially, I should say. But then what ended up happening is I realized that they have a lot of tools for honing in your audience and what you're watching and what you like. So I was able to get rid of a lot of the crap quickly and easily. So now it's like-minded people, vinyl records and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. Okay, add a topic. We're going to, adding a topic allows new viewers to easily find and join your live video. Okay, great. How do I do it? Do I hit that button? Do I type something? I have to hashtag it. I'm too old to be good at this. Okay, vinyl. Let's try that. Do you do it in the title? Vinyl, records, and I guess that's enough characters. So we'll just do vinyl. Okay. And at the end of your live, your copy of the video will be available for 90 days. Oh, so I can keep a copy of it. Come on, why can't I type there? Oh, I get it. I have to. It's a scroll thing. Okay. Learn. Yeah, I would say it's learning. Okay, that's the only one I get. Gaming, live match, beauty. Definitely not beauty. It's definitely not beauty. Just started collecting CDs. Cool. CDs are cool because they're so inexpensive and the sound quality is so good. What brought the record speeds to my attention is a recent video from Viet Westlife. My CD collection is best ofs and compilations. That's cool. There's a lot of music that I'm kind of a best of or compilation level fan, like the Beatles. I love the Beatles, but I'm not going to go, scouring for individual albums. I have the original release of Nirvana's Nevermind. Green Day's original 1994 release of Dookie. Oh, that's cool. Those guys were huge when I was in high school. Okay, so done with that. Okay. There's a big go live button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy up. Oops. What did I just click on? I'm going to put this guy up here. Okay. So people can see my head. Wow, that's a really unflattering angle. Okay. All right, here goes nothing. You are about to witness history. Just kidding. All right, here we go. I'm going to try and do live. Wow, I hate this angle. This is rough. I look like a hunchback. Okay, let's put it up like that. This is so much better of an angle. If you guys could see this. Well, if you want to see it, go over to TikTok. Oh, guy. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous because, you guys are awesome. You know what I mean? You guys are core family, Record-ology squad. People on TikTok, I feel like we're going to get who knows? Okay. All right. Let it happen. Here we go. Restricted mode enabled. What? Okay. Hold on a second. Well, how do I have to close out of this? Hang with me, guys. This might be interesting. No, that's not it. Security? No. Content preferences? English? Okay, hold on a second here. So let me know in the comments below as I'm trying to focus on this, but let me know what you guys are up to. Any questions you guys have. Share this out. Tell a friend. There's this guy playing with his phone. YouTube Live. It's the greatest content ever. Okay, come on. How do I do this? No, I don't want that. I think it would be privacy. Then you got those people that do like those marathon lives. They get up and go to the bathroom and just leave. And it's like an empty room for a while. If you guys don't follow people like that, it's probably a good thing. Sometimes people go live for like 3-4 hours. I just don't see where I would turn that off. Hey, Jody. Hey, David. Trying to go live. Family Dad. You haven't missed anything yet. Jamie, Mr. Londell. Anybody joining? What we're doing is I'm trying to go live on TikTok for the first time at the same time I'm live on here. So let the comments come. Talk amongst yourselves. Remember the church lady from SNL? Talks amongst yourselves. I am trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok. I have it set to restricted mode to kind of block some of the garbage out, but apparently that impedes my ability to go live. So profile, no, settings. I think that'd be settings, manage account. No. Privacy, no. Security and login, no. Balance, share profile, live events. Dark mode. I run everything in dark mode. Even on my work computer, like I'm actually living in the dark mode. Oh, Glenn Miller is being talked about. You ever see Grown Man Record Night? I have not. He's trying to do TikTok and YouTube at the same time. He's insane. Jamie, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Isaac Walker says, what has been your favorite Glenn Miller album recently? You know, this morning I was listening to the Glenn Miller Story soundtrack on iTunes. It wasn't the actual record. I do have it back there, but if you see that far crate there, the one that's dark brown, that entire crate's Glenn Miller LPs. I've got some box sets, and then the 7-inch stuff is separate. But yeah, that is I really that's got a unique sound. It's got a unique version of a lot of those songs. So it was really cool to find that and listen to that. How about yourself? If you like Glenn Miller, I recommend Russ Morgan and his orchestra, one of the best big bands. Yes, I believe I've listened to Russ before. Recording on cassette by putting the speaker of my phone under the record needle is a pain. I bet that is a pain. Went through a few British shellac records recently. I have a few of those too. I like those. I love HMV records. Okay, come on. How do we do this? This shouldn't be that hard. Here we go. Digital well-being. Restricted mode. Opening the floodgates. Turning it off. There's a password? Okay. Apparently that was it. Now we're going to go and do live. Okay. So, again, I don't know what I'm opening myself up for here. I may never do this again. Oh, that's such a terrible angle. If I tilt it down, is it better? Not really. Okay. I think that's good. Let's do that. That's just so bad. Okay. Oh, man, I got to do this whole thing again. I got to fill out the title again. Okay. Live vinyl talk. Add a topic. Scroll down, learning. Okay. Done. Go live button is illuminated. Putting my little tripod dealio there. Okay. Here we go, guys. Whew. This ought to be interesting. Show the footage of Donna Reed smashing. Yeah, I know. I felt when he showed that, I was like, "That's my clip. What are you doing?" I was expecting it to have Record-ology at the end. I got to remind myself, "Wow, I don't own that actually." That was cool though. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh, I'm glad you wrote that. That's cool. Yeah, some people write to me. They're like, "Who's that woman? Why is she smashing a record?" Which is funny to me because I'm like, "Doesn't everybody know that's Donna Reed? It's a Wonderful Life." I guess not. Alex, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. For everybody that's in the middle of the night, almost midnight there in the UK, don't feel obligated to stay, but thank you so much. Pardon the redundancy in my last comment. No, you're good, man. And again, it's hard while I'm going back and forth to keep an eye on all the comments. So far, I haven't collected any Glenn Miller. I do, however, have quite a bit of Duke Ellington. Absolutely love the suites. Yeah, Duke Ellington, very sophisticated music. Awesome stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm hitting the live button. Man, I need to. What kind of enhancements can I do? Because you can like make myself look beautiful, I guess. Background, trending. Oh, I got eyelashes now. I don't want that. It's not that kind of show. Take that off. No, I don't want that. How do I stop this? I don't want that. Okay, no, I don't want that. Okay, enhancements? Shape. Wow, I can enhance my shape. I should just be going live on here instead of this. Forget YouTube. They can fix my shape. Filters. I am going to cool it down because the orangey lights are YouTube color corrects better than this does. Movie seems to look better. Yeah. I like the way movie looks. Okay. And with that, we're going on 3, 2, 1. And we're live. Okay, cool. So at this moment, we are live on both YouTube and TikTok. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I'm kind of looking back and forth. All right, I guess I'm just going to jump into comments here on the YouTube stream. I've noticed people staring and have been pricing records way too expensive. Oh, in terms of the price is crazy. Whoa, Toronto, John. No, man, you didn't need to do that. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't need to do that. Thank you so much, my friend. Just got a massive super chat from Toronto, John. No, that was a gift. You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much. That's a huge blessing. Wow, I was not expecting a super chat like that. That's crazy. Thank you, John. No, you're a friend of the channel. I'm happy to do it. Absolutely. Wow. You guys are crazy. Okay. We got 13 people on the TikTok live. So if you are watching the TikTok live, welcome to Record-ology. I've never gone live before, and I'm kind of experimenting with this. I'm live right now on YouTube at the same time, and I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. We recently passed the threshold of 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can go live on here now, which is fun, but I've never done it before, so I'm learning. So welcome in. Follow us if you haven't done so already. Our main thing that we do is YouTube. So go over to YouTube. I'm live on there right now as well. After this is over, you can follow and subscribe there. Wow, we've already got as many people on TikTok as we do on YouTube. See, I had a feeling that the algorithm was better there. So if you have no idea what you just stumbled upon, why is this fat guy sitting here in this chair? Basically, we do vinyl reviews, record player reviews, and wow, 44 people in there already. This is crazy. This is awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't followed, if you haven't done so already. We review record players. We review vinyl. We review all kinds of stuff. It's just an absolute blast. Thank you for joining. If you see my head pivot over here, it's because I got the YouTube stream. 63 people are in there. This is crazy. Okay, so this is fun. John, seriously, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That you don't have to do that. I really appreciate it. Old Radio says I just bought a Lothar and the Hand People LP. You'll have to tell me what that one is. That's interesting. I'm still geeking out over my new Patsy Cline. Let me show it to you guys. He's like, oh man, he's pulling out Patsy Cline stuff. I can't help myself. So I joined Vinyl Me Please just long enough to get this record. This is cool. This is fun. Yeah, if you guys are on the TikTok thing, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the gifts. Thank you for following if you haven't done so already. Okay, so Patsy Cline Showcase, Vinyl Me Please edition. You can see the foil stamp right up. Where is it? Pointing to nothing. Oh, down here. Foil stamp. I thought it was stamped somewhere else. Oh, yeah, on the back. That's the foil stamp. Showing the rare 1961 artwork. Yeah, I joined $46 to make sure I got this record, which convincing my wife that this was something that we needed to spend money on was tricky, but she came through. She's awesome. And check out the pressing on this beautiful tricolor record, vinyl pressing. In the concept version of this, proof of concept, there was 3 even sections that were so even, people were wondering if it was a picture disc. And obviously, the 3 colors coincide with the 3 colors of this. It's pretty rare cover version of this. This is a rare version because most everybody knows Showcase from the more common, of course now I can't find it, the more common cover art like this, which is the version after she passed away that they did. Plus, you can tell this is after her car accident because her bangs are low. Any picture of her where the bangs are low like that is after her near fatal accident. Anyway, so yeah, to get a hold of this awesome record, I'm still geeking out about this. But you know, the Patsy Cline collecting is interesting because it kind of hit hard, and I went for all this stuff, and then I've run out of stuff to collect. I mean, her career was so short that there's not an infinite amount of records. I mean, I could focus on the singles and a lot of early stuff. This is weird. Now it's down to 2 people. They're to 60 people. No, 72 people at one point. And then it went down to nothing. If you are on the TikTok stream, thank you so much for being there. People are like, no, I'm good. This is not my thing. That's funny. Weird. I don't know how that works. Like, I really don't know how that works. All right. Sorry, I had to geek out. You had to give me my Patsy Cline moment. But we will talk about some other stuff as well. Yeah, that was a cool one. Is that Robbie the Robot? Yes, it is. Good eye. My son must have put him on the spindle like that. Yes, this is Robbie the Robot. You guys get to see it first. 3D printed. I couldn't help myself for the TikTok folk. 3D printed Robbie the Robot. And I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So the 3D printing is going interestingly. What does that mean? I've got a short and a TikTok, probably I'll post it both places, that I am working on putting together right now that shows kind of the process. But the reason why we went to do that is so that we can replicate these. This is a professionally produced 3D printed 45 adapter, Record-ology branded. And we're in the process of trying to figure out a way to make these consistently so that we can offer them to you guys. And we've got a couple of test units, I guess you would call it, that we've made. Doesn't look too bad. One of the difficulties is the back side, trying to get this smooth. And we've gotten 2. This is a low resolution one. This is a high resolution. And both of them are kind of rough on the back. You guys can see that too. So it makes it difficult to get the texture smooth. This one, I don't know if they just started, and it started off rough like mine, and they just, took like a Dremel tool to clean it up, but it is like molded plastic smooth on all sides. So we need more, it needs more work to get it right. These were actually, one of you guys actually designed this for us and gave us the file. And there was a couple of them too. So I'm excited for that. If you guys are on the TikTok, appreciate the likes because that helps them share it out and all that stuff. I appreciate you guys being there. Thank you so much. Talking about records, vinyl, stuff like that. Here in the YouTube feed, let me get caught up on comments, or try to. One of the fastest growing channels. For a minute there, it went from like 0 to 70, and now it's down to 2. Which I appreciate. I think now I'm down to 1. Okay. So it was a flash in the pan moment. It was fun. It felt exciting for a hot minute. Jody says some 78s, even into the 1950s, weren't cut at exactly 78 RPM. Some may have been cut a little higher or a little lower. That's why I recommend if you collect 78s to get a record player with variable pitch. Yes, exactly. And yeah, absolutely. Even the old Vinyl phonograph I've got does have that adjustment to change speed because they didn't standardize on 78 for quite a while. And then there's variances. It's true. Hunted Coachman, great colored vinyl. Thank you. Yeah, it's a cool one. I think all vinyl should be colored or picture disc or, you know what I mean? Something interesting. Also an antique Crescentola phonograph. There was like 2,000 companies at the height of phonographs and whatnot that were making those because it was good business. And what they did is they actually were mostly furniture companies and they would buy common parts, which is I'm pretty sure that's what my Vitanola is. I think it uses a common stock off the shelf motor. And they, Vitanola made the furniture in Chicago. Mine's from 1917. I need to do more content with that. Okay, let's see here. I have an eye for robots. That's cool. Love Robbie the Robot. Love it. That's the best. Like the tape recorder sounds as he computes things. Kentucky Bourbon. Ooh, it's smooth too. Forbidden Planet. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. You want to hear how geeky I am? This will take care of our last viewer on TikTok. I'm sorry to see you go, but this will do it. How geeky am I? I actually, I listen to ambient tracks to fall asleep at night. I got a new one yesterday. It was 3 hours of the Krell machine from Forbidden Planet, just droning on. Oh man. Just got my first Mickey phone, Japanese version. That's cool. That's really neat. If you're printing with ABS, you can suspend the parts over a container of acetone. The fumes will polish the ABS. Interesting. It's not ABS that I'm using right now. I'm using PLA. This is PLA, which I discovered is very brittle. That's really, really interesting. ABS and acetone fumes. Huh. I like that. Yeah, I'm very much at the beginning of my journey of 3D printing. So what I also learned about the PLA is it's too brittle to make some parts. Like I have a Game Boy Advance that has a missing battery cover. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Get a, print off a battery cover for it, which I did. But the little clip, the second you tried to put tension on, it just snapped. And I realized I need ABS because it needs to have some elasticity. Dexter, welcome in. I love Victor Victrolas. That's awesome. You're in the right place. Al Jolson, that's cool. Do you like Wall-E the Robot? Yes, my son, when he was a kid, had a really cool remote control Wall-E. That movie is a masterpiece, by the way. Love it. Johnny 5. Not as familiar with Johnny 5. My son is, I believe. Toronto John, speaking of Forbidden Planet, I have an LP with the electronic score and record was sold with original signature. Oh, that is so cool. I read about that. Yeah, on Apple Music, they've got the soundtrack. So, okay. Yes, I've been going through a little bit of a phase lately. And I was playing. That's actually what I was trying to make on this RCA tape that had all the dropouts. But I was listening to the soundtrack to Forbidden Planet. And it is all electronic sounds and noises. And kind of borders on sound versus music. My wife walks into my office. She's like, what in the heck are you listening to? I'm like, you wouldn't like it. That's like, she's like, I already don't like it. YouTuber name 78 Prof, and I love that. Yeah, absolutely. He's got some great content. I think he was one of the ones that mentored me when I started the channel 5 years ago. You can also listen to ambient enterprise noise for. Oh yes, I have a full collection of enterprise D and otherwise bridge. My favorite. Okay, again, I'm not joking. We got this. We still got the guy on here. Thank you, by the way, for anybody watching on TikTok. We're simulcasting on YouTube. Can't say that I'm simulcasting very much. Simulcasting on YouTube, and this is so weird. We were up to 70 people. TikTok is like, all right, we're going to give you a little boost, and then you're on your own. Everybody's like, no, I'm good. Scroll on. Anyway, I've got a full collection of the Star Trek ambient sounds. My favorite is the Next Generation Bridge at Night. That is the best. That is the absolute best. Dexter says, I'm 19, graduated high school last month, and am a movie and music lover. I love Laserdisc. That's awesome, Dexter. I was like you, so many years ago. Welcome in, Laserdisc. That's one format I've never gotten into. A little bit back when I was in film school, they had some Laserdisc stuff, but I've never gotten into it. Although it does crack me up every once in a while to see the Laserdisc turn up in the vinyl collections at antique stores and stuff. Zapper Master, classic 80s and 90s film. That's awesome. Old Radio says, I found a tape with radio from 1974 on it, along with news about Patty Hearst and commercials. Interesting. There really is something special about old machines. No power needed. Isn't it weird? No power plug. It's making music. It's spinning. To think of what's happening there, that we're replicating mechanical information into electronic sound, or not electronic sound, into acoustic sound, and spinning the disc in a regular, consistent speed over a period of time. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Laserdisc is better than VHS. What blows me away about Laserdisc, and I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around it, is the fact that the video is analog and the audio is digital. Analog video read by a laser. Hard to wrap my brain around that. Also, the fact that there was some, you've seen like the C, what was it? Oh gosh, you guys are going to know instantly. But there's some formats that were kind of like Laserdisc, but they were in a cartridge, and the sleeve would insert and the disc would go in. Yes, Tecmon's done videos about all of it. Video on vinyl. Video on vinyl. Just blows my mind. After learning about the record speeds, I can understand why people are only interested in 2-speed record players. See, for me, I really would love if my Technics here had 3 speeds. I don't have a 78 player close at hand that's plugged in. I've got some portables down here. But if I want to play a 78, I've got to pull a unit out, plug it in. I would like to be able to. That's one thing I miss about my LP120 is being able to go to that speed. I had a head shell mounted up with a Ortofon OM78 cart in it, and I could just play them. But I don't often listen to my 78s. Well, it's probably why. It's because of that. It's probably, a cyclical thing. CED. Yep, you got it, Old Radios. I had the original Star Wars trilogy on Laserdisc. See, now Disney, Star Trek, Star Wars. Disney, Star Wars. Excuse me. Although I wish Disney would buy Star Trek. I don't get why people are so mad about Disney, and I might be opening a can of worms here. I don't get why people are so upset about Disney's Star Wars. I just don't get it. And I know there's some stuff about, well, they shouldn't have had Luke be this way, and even the actors themselves, blah, 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 blah. I just don't get it. If I were handed a budget, I'm a filmmaker by trade. So if somebody were to say, here's, $70 million or more, go out and make no expenses, just do everything you want, make the best Star Wars movie of all time. And I came back with The Force Awakens or whatever, any of the Disney ones, I'd be like, okay, I did good. And then people are pissed about it. I'm like, why? What is it that you want that I'm not providing for you? It's like, great, I really pissed them off. No, you didn't. It's just I'm maybe the only person, I've been loving all of the Disney Plus Star Wars series. Like I still need to watch the final episode of Obi-Wan, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed The Mandalorian first and second season. Second season was even better. I was not quite as enthusiastic about Book of Boba Fett. I love the Han Solo movie. I love the other one that was kind of a one-off. And I feel that Disney's involvement in Star Wars has been nothing but a blessed thing. And I've gone to Galaxy's Edge in Disney World, and it's an experience that is you could not explain to somebody who's never been there. Star Wars fans like to moan and groan. And I get it. It's a personal thing to a lot of people. I really lose my wife when I start talking about this. She's like, it's a movie with people with swords. you're such a dork. That's what she said. And she's right. But yeah, people, it's very personal. Well, this isn't what it was supposed to be. This isn't what George Lucas, and it doesn't help that George Lucas himself never seems too thrilled about Disney's stuff. Like there's this hilarious video. If you've never been to Galaxy's Edge, and now they have the Halcyon experience where you go up on the ship orbiting Earth and then, leave on a galactic cruise, which is the way they pull that off is amazing. It involves a building with no windows and unmarked vans, et cetera, and a lot of imagination and creativity. But there's this video of George Lucas in Galaxy's Edge going on. There's 2 Star Wars rides in Galaxy's Edge, both in California and in Florida. And I can't think of it. I always mind blank when I'm doing lives, but he's going on this ride. It's incredible. You're zooming around underneath these AT-AT walkers. You're getting blasted at. There's animatronics. It's crazy, incredibly immersive experience going up and down. It's 4-dimensional. And if you haven't seen the videos, check it out. He's walking through this to give him like a guided tour. And to see his dream, or to see the characters and stories that he, created and gave birth to these ideas, to see them in 3 dimensions, you would think he would be ecstatic, but he's looking around like just so annoyed and pissed. And I don't get it. So I just don't get it. And you're not alone. So I don't fault you. I just don't get it. Star Wars is the original 3 movies. A lot of people feel that way too. Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Although episode 3 is good. It's really, really good. I like them all. I just like them all. I don't know. I'm not in the minority. I mean, they're making a heck of a lot of money with this stuff. You see the wait list to get into Halcyon or get into Galaxy's Edge. It's insane. Definitely not the only one, but there's a lot of people out there. And I honestly think it's because it's a personal thing. And I get that. People, it means a lot to them. Okay, sorry. Whew. Star Wars rant is over. I have an original copy of the Star Wars soundtrack, 1977 edition on vinyl. I was just listening to that yesterday. A pile turntable and a Technics SLQ 300. That's awesome. Casual watcher of old Star Wars, yeah. Not going to go in on how many I got. I guess you have probably a lot. I want a little Beatles talk. They are eternal. Mr. Londell. When it comes to Star Wars and even Star Trek, the fandom wants the canon to stay intact. We tend to forget how strongly that resonates with people. That's true. Yeah, it's hard, Bob. I mean, sometimes you will get only a handful of people. I mean, we're doing pretty good. We've been having around 30, which is good. By the way, give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, please. Which is pretty good. And on TikTok, my one viewer, thank you so much for being there. It's probably somebody I'm related to, but I appreciate it. Mark Covington, hey, we were just talking about you, man. It's been a while. Doing good, sir. How are you doing? Thank you and welcome in. Dexter says the oldest LP I have in my collection is Haydn Symphony number 101. The clock. Is that different than the syncopated clock? I think that's different than the syncopated clock. Really cool. Yeah, I've got some 1906-ish, 1907-ish records. King of the Dots. I'm an original Trekker. Spock was my model. You know somebody's really into Trek when they call themselves a Trekker instead of a Trekkie. So welcome in. And yeah, I love Trek. Love Trek. I inherited that from my dad. Same thing with Forbidden Planet. Yeah, absolutely. I got some 1948, 49 LPs, including one promo record. That's cool. I've got maybe one from the late 40s, one or two. Hidden Records was in 1950. Cool. That's awesome. Finley, welcome in. So for those of you that joined since I said it last, I'm trying to simulcast on TikTok. Now I've got 0 people on TikTok. So that was an interesting experiment. You guys might have seen the first and last Record-ology TikTok live. So my idea was to go live on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. And at first it was exploding. It was like I got up to like 70 some odd viewers within a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then they dropped off. They totally dropped off. So, I can invite people. I can send people notifications. That'd be annoying. Hey, I'm live. Watch me now. Oh boy, that was a fun thing to try. It was meant to be played on one of these turntables with 2 separate tone arms. Oh, I've seen those. That's interesting. Dexter Ave, the Nutcracker, 1962. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. I love that song, or that it's a ballet. I love that ballet. I own a portable reel-to-reel recorder. Which one do you have? That's awesome. Yeah, we've reviewed a bunch of them. I still have them all laying around here too. My Akai, not so portable boat anchor one is the most recent. Those TikTokers are posers. Don't listen to that. Okay, nobody's on there. They can't hear you. Have attention spans of fruit flies. Well, it's so easy, right? You just flick it on to the next thing. Turbo Kid LP sealed. It's glow in the dark. Cool. Massive static. Oh, I wonder if whatever they use for the glow in the dark has a poor sound properties. Have you tried opening any 8-track tapes you have? Yeah, we've done 8-track openings and fixes and cleanings, and we've had some mixed experiences. I'm still mixed on 8-track. My friend sent me this stereo Panasonic, and it just went dead on me. Where's my little Panasonic? Hold on a second. My little Panasonic TNT portable that I got for like $20 at a thrift store in perfect working order. Little cosmetic smudge there. I don't know if there's some ink or something, but this thing is immaculate. Works great, etc., etc. It's got the plunger, etc. Every one of my 8-track players had a problem. So Panasonic head alignment was off. I tried realigning it, got it all apart with the alignment screws. Nothing. Couldn't get it anywhere near. Recording doesn't work right on it. So that one's toast. Or it's a project, maybe probably way beyond my level of expertise. My is it realistic? No, sound design down there on the floor back there. It sounds kind of muddy. It probably needs new caps. And then most recently, this guy right here, if you see, where is it? Yes. Okay, see this pinch roller up here, this white one with the smudge on it? So that recently broke. It cracked, which I guess happens fairly often. I'm going to show the non-existent viewers on TikTok. It cracked, and apparently they make it probably something like a 3D print, actually. But they make a replacement. So I was looking at that, and you can get a nice rubber one. Literally all it does is create tension on the tape so that when the tape is in there, it holds it against the heads in the right position. I was going to think about buying one, but it would have been $10-12. I'm like, I don't really want to, throw money on that if I can figure out another way to make it work. Besides that, it does work perfectly. So what I did was I took some tape and I just wrapped it really firmly around it, and it's holding fine so far. So I'm just going to go the cheap route for now. Totally okay with that. I am okay with that. Okay. This is my first time talking live to you. Unfortunately, I lost my record collection when divorced, but I have built up a large CD collection. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you lost your records. That's awful. Built up a large CD collection. Also use mini discs. That's awesome. I love mini discs and tapes. Well, welcome in, Steve. Glad to see you on here. Appreciate it. Open several 8-tracks. Abominable. Oh, they're terrible, dude. Yeah, you do lose your mind. I destroyed a Glenn Miller one. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. They're so high maintenance. Just not a huge fan. I've kind of gone up and down on 8-tracks. They can sound good. They can sound good. And I've got way more than I need up there. Way more than I need, including some new ones that were just, custom made. But yeah, they're a pain. Miles High. Are you in Colorado by any chance? That's a great name to be in the Mile High City with. My main collection is Elvis. I have every album and EP and lots of lobby cards and movie posters and 8-tracks, 78s. Lots of fun collecting. Wow. Elvis 78s. That's like Patsy Cline 78s. Those are hard to find. That's a cool collection. My Elvis collection is, I did a video about that recently for the Nation. I don't have that many, unfortunately. I'm probably going to shut this off because there's literally nobody. I wonder if I shut it off and then go live again. Let's try that. I want to try that. Okay, so I'm going to go live. I'm going to end my live. And I'm going to turn it on again. I got 280 viewers and 1 new follower. Huh. Okay. How was your live experience? Neutral. Participation from followers. More viewers would be nice. Okay, I'll say that. Do you have the Louisiana Hayride live album on gold vinyl? That might be one you don't have in your collection. Maybe, I don't know. All right, I'm going to try this again. Well, let me go live again right away. Live vinyl talk. That sounds good. That sounds like a show. Oops. Helps if I can spell. Talp. Okay. I'm going to add a category. I think makeup. I think learning is probably best. Okay, learn. Done. And then still got the same filter. 3, 2, 1. We're going to try this again. So I'm curious if the spike to 72 people is a one-off or if it's just the way it works. Okay, good deal on the Panasonic 8-track player. It's such an iconic design. If it only worked, that's my problem. I need to get that thing working. I've always wanted one of those plunger 8-tracks. Yeah, they're kind of rare. Hey guys, welcome into the TikTok feed. Stay, don't leave. Don't swipe away. Swiping is bad. Stay here. We're talking vinyl. We're talking records. See, I figured this out now. So when you go live, I think TikTok sends it out to people, and then it's kind of like if you can keep them, good. If not, they all drop off. So we're just talking vinyl, answering questions. We're also live on YouTube. Got a YouTube channel. We review vinyl, records, vintage technology, out of date, obsolete formats. I'll show you some cool stuff. We'll answer your questions. I'm going to try to do questions on here as well. If you're joining on TikTok, welcome in. See, this thing's already up to 20 people. Isn't that weird? That is so weird. I got up to 70 last time. That's at 43. Hold on a second. TikTok people, welcome in. We're so glad you're here. Let's show you some cool stuff. Okay, you want to see something we're reviewing on the show tomorrow? Free preview for TikTok only. So my YouTube people over on this other screen aren't going to get to see us. But if you're on TikTok, 91, 106. We just hit 106. Okay, a little privacy thing. We are reviewing this album right here. It is going to be featured on tomorrow's show. And not only are we reviewing this album, this is a German release, by the way. Not only 139 people, it's working. We are going to be reviewing some electronics, some really cool electronics. Also, by the way, have you ever heard of RCA tape cartridge? Everybody on YouTube is rolling their eyes. Look at that thing. What the heck is that? That is an RCA tape cartridge with half-inch tape. No, it's not a compact cassette. The compact cassette is much smaller, 155. I'm doing better than last time. See how much smaller a compact cassette tape is? This was huge. This was an early, or actually late 50s idea to get people a way to listen to reel tape without having to touch the tape, thread the tape, etc., etc. 3 3/4 inches per second, just like an 8-track tape. Here's a custom-made one for my friend Fardamark. Really cool stuff. We're dropping off. We're down to 80 or 90 people. Stay on, guys. Stay on. Ask a question. We'll try to answer it. Very interesting how that works. Very, very interesting. Okay, back to the YouTube here. By the way, everybody on YouTube, thank you for hanging with me. Appreciate it. Everybody on TikTok, thank you for being there. Ask away any questions. If I miss your question or comment, my apologies. All right. Elvis. We talked about Elvis. Always one of those plungers. 4-track head alignments on a Muntz 8-track player. My great grandma's. Yeah, muddy. And the sound tends to be kind of muddy. A lot of that has to do with old capacitors. I remember 8-tracks. They would drag really bad. Brand new ones sounded good. a lot of the reason why people don't like the sound of 8 tracks is because they had it. Usually it's people that had it originally. And they're kind of like, why would you ever want to go back to 8 tracks? So now we're down to 15. It's because there was like this, the way we're used in the cars, mostly people had them in their cars. So they were baking in the sun. They were, being left in all kinds of weather conditions. They were being used on Sparkomatic, cheapo players, et cetera, et cetera. Hey guys, welcome in. If you're on the TikTok feed, we are just chilling and answering questions about vinyl, vintage audio, et cetera, et cetera. Tecmo did a video on it. You know what? Tecmo did a video on everything. So whatever I'm going to do, have done, thought about doing, did well, didn't do well. Tecmo did a video on that. That is true. Okay. Vinyl Museum. Bartemark is a genius. He is. And you know what? He's really young, and this guy's doing stuff that he doesn't realize that it's, I want to say abnormal, but he is very smart. Let's just say that. He's doing things that I could never imagine doing, not only back then when I was his age, but also now as well. Quick question. How do you come to like big band music so much? Steven, great question. So back in the 90s, I was listening to a lot of metal, Megadeth, Metallica. I was listening to rap, hardcore stuff on both sides. And I was taking stock in my life. And again, this is me personally. I'm not projecting any of this on anybody else. This is me, not you. I'm talking about me. That's all I can talk about. My journey, my situation. And I noticed that for me, I felt I was depressed. I had a lot of anxiety. It was very stressful. And I was trying to look at every opportunity in my life to change my inputs, if that makes any sense. So one of the strong inputs in my life has always been music. And I realized that a lot of the music I was listening to was, for me, stressful and negative. So I decided to forklift my entire collection. And I took it all to a music store. They bought it all. I sold it for pennies on the dollar. And I just started buying big band music because to me, that's when I thought of what's the happiest, most peaceful sound I can think of, it was big band music. And from there, I took a liking to Glenn Miller and et cetera. I'd already kind of dabbled in it because I liked vintage stuff and I liked it to some degree, but I went whole hog. And for a number of years, that's all I listened to. That is it. And then after about 5 years of doing that, I slowly introduced other types of music back. And, I'll listen to pretty much everything at this point, but definitely big band music has a special place in my heart. Tim Allen, welcome in, my friend. The coolest music formats rarely seem to survive. I know, right? Well, that's probably why they're cool, because they didn't survive. They're interesting. The cooler the format, the less chance. Yeah, etc. Exactly. Old Radio says revered tape cartridge is really rare. Yeah, I don't know if I've even seen that. Mr. Londell, do you have any particular record labels you prefer when it comes to classical music? Deutsche Grammophon and none such. Oh, that's interesting. Classical, and I've got a sizable, most of what you see in the second bin, the yellow Beatles one right there, the Yellow Submarine one, is classical. I like London records. That's a good question. Not really classical, but for like Mystic Moods Orchestra stuff, where they've got like the nature sounds mixed in with like the covers of the like 60s hits and stuff. I really like Philips. The Philips versions of Mystic Moods are clear, and if you get the Warner Brothers reissues, they're usually dubs. But yeah, I don't know if I have an opinion beyond that. That's a good question. You got to be a female in skimpy clothing to get high viewers on TikTok. Sorry, guys. Then I got 2 people again. So that was interesting. So I went live 2 times on TikTok. Both times we spiked. The second time I spiked higher. And both times we lost everybody. Except for 2 people. If you're hanging on there on YouTube or on TikTok, thank you. Just an experiment here. Okay. Somebody mentioned mini disc. Yeah, I've got a mini disc player in the rack too. It's got a cork. It only records for about 45 minutes, and then I lose the recording. I'm on camera right now. What's wrong? What is it? Oh, thank you. And then people are being like, I thought you were done like an hour ago. Thank you very much. All right. It was really nice. Yeah, so it only records for like 45 minutes and then it drops off. And I've taken it apart. I bought a new transport for it. I don't know what it is. And then my other mini disc players are, I've got this guy right. Which one works? This one doesn't work. So I've got this Sharp right here. By the way, fun fact, did you know Sharp made the Game Boys? That's actually the company that Nintendo contracted out to make the original Game Boy. Anyway, Sharp, this is a really cool player, and it just doesn't work. Uses a gum stick battery, which I've come to dislike. Just look in there, see if my gum stick battery is in there. I got a charger for it. I had 2 brand new gum stick batteries. One of them's already fried. The other one isn't really holding a charge. And they were not new old stock. They were new gum stick batteries. I had 2 Sony ones that were LP. They did LP recording, et cetera, and I ended up giving that in a trade to somebody. This is my one working portable. This another Sharp here, not quite as cool looking. It's kind of plasticky, but it does LP mode. Which the reason why it also does gum stick battery. So if you don't have a gum stick battery or you don't have one that works, you can do the 5-volt power supply on the side. And I love the idea of the format, but it's just these almost all have problems. Like if you saw Tecmo, and I know, yes, he did a video too on all those hundreds and hundreds of portables. Every one of them had a problem, pretty much. Every one of them. They're so high maintenance. Anyway, so mini disc, I love it. And what I was doing at the time was, and again, people that have been around here a while have heard this story. We got 3 people on here now. Nice. Hey, TikTok people, we're doing a YouTube simulcast. Welcome in. Back to me listening to ambient music or ambient sounds and movie audio at night to fall asleep. At first, I was like, well, I kind of embrace the vintage audio thing at the same time, right? So, sorry, I'm going to spit my gum out. So, I was making mini discs of this audio, and that seemed to work pretty good. And I was having problems with the mini disc players. And I'm like, well, maybe I just put it on compact cassette. So I recorded a bunch of tapes with the audio that I wanted. And the tape in a quiet room at night, the person that is having to listen to you try to fall asleep can hear that tape motor, and it's annoying. And even CD players annoying. So I finally went solid state, put them on MP3 and moved on with my life, because any kind of moving physical media was, even if it was a quiet machine, was too loud at night. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of where I was going with mini disc. I've got a lot of my component mini disc player. I mean, it sounds great, records great for up to 45 minutes, and then it starts, putting out errors. I don't know why. I mostly use my mini disc deck as a preamp. Interesting. But I was playing some mini disc. I've never ever seen or ever, played with a pre-recorded mini disc. I would like to. I think they look cool. So wasn't late 90s swing like Cherry Poppin' Daddies or Louis Bega when that got you interested? No. So I remember, yeah, I didn't get into big band because of that. I remember that, and I thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't like Cherry Poppin' Daddies, and I liked Royal Crown Review a bit. I have one of their CDs. It just never was in that swing revival thing. I thought it was cool because there was more music available for people like me, but no, I got into it before all that. I remember sitting in high school in the library listening on my Sony D131 actually, and somebody being like, "What are you listening to?" Grab my headphones, like, listen to cartoon music. It was like big band music. Synthwave, retro wave helps my anxiety. That's cool, Finley. That's really neat. With big band music, there's tons of it out there for cheap. Oh, there is so very much. And I'm glad for that. I mostly use my main disc. Oh, yeah, preamp. I already said that. Do you like anything on RCA Red Seal? Mark, I've got, I love RCA Red Seal. That's premium. And I love the RCA 45s. In fact, I happen to have a little collection, RCA 45 box set here I picked up some years ago. Yes, that's shipping tape. And no, I don't care. We've done a lot of shows talking about 45s. And we've done a lot of shows talking about the color that they, pressed a lot of their vinyl in before they needed all the vinyl for the war effort. But what interests me is all the different color variants. I've got a book somewhere. Where is that book? Oh, man. Where is that? I've got a booklet somewhere that explains all the different versions. The most common is the RCA Red Seal, and this for 45s. And every genre had a different color, right? So I've got maybe 3 different color, maybe 4 different color variants. Some of them, like blues, is hard to find. But yeah, this is cool stuff. The Spaniel Waltz on one side, the Spaniel Waltz on the other side. I've also got Syncopated Clock. I have probably 10 or so of these in box sets and individual records. But yeah, I love Red Seal. I also love, if you want to get really into it, I love just regular LP Red Seal on black vinyl that have the shaded dog. If you don't know what the shaded dog is, check out the video we did on that subject. The shaded dog, RCA Red Seal, the best of the best. For classical, I love RCA Living Stereo and Mercury Living Presence as well as London Deutsche Grammophon. Or to get big views on YouTube, you need to make fake restoration video. I know, right? I don't like all that junk. That's the kind of stuff that I don't want or to be a part of. Why it records for it. Okay, you know exactly why it records for 45 minutes and shuts off. Jerry, my friend, tell me why. Because I don't know why. I've replaced everything. I've cleaned the lasers. I've cleaned the magneto head. I've literally replaced the entire transport with a new one. Everything I've replaced everything but the front panel. So I don't know if it's a logic issue, et cetera, et cetera. Absolute Sound Magazine is online. Has a huge list of classical pop. Okay, hold on. We got some cool ones coming here. Doodah Dave's Records. Welcome in, my friend. Table of content error. And I do get talk errors sometimes, but no, this is something beyond that. That's the most common error, is a table of content error. CD players use a table of contents as well, but the problem is mini disc. It's like the table of contents is everything. If the table of contents isn't loading correctly, then nothing works. Okay, I'm going to put my mouse cursor here so I don't lose my place again. You should watch Techmoan's videos on pocket rockers and hit clips. Oh yeah, I've seen them. I did a video on pocket rockers too. Nobody watched. I need to get the white one. That's the one I want. Never had it as a kid. Very aware of it. Hit clips, that was after my time. But pocket rockers, yes. Yeah. Do you collect any classical country records? Classic country records, as I've really started to get into. You must be new here, Stephen. Absolutely. Yes, I do. I'm a huge Patsy Cline fan, collector. In fact, earlier on this show, we had a bunch of rare stuff. Down to 2 people. Hey, everybody on TikTok. We're just trying this out, seeing if there's an audience out there. Thank you for watching. If I'm looking down here, it's because I'm looking at the other camera for YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. I love that stuff. I collect Hank Williams, obviously Patsy Cline. I love, what's that guy's name? I can't think of it. When I'm doing these lives, I can't think of anything. Oh, shoot. He had the record shop in Nashville that he was part of getting Patsy Cline started. And I can't think of it. You guys will tell me. But yeah, I love vintage. country music. Absolutely. Do you collect any? What's up? Stray Cats. Yep. Stray Cats is good stuff. How about Joe Jack's Jump and Jive? Not familiar with that. Brian Setzer, absolutely. Went to a Brian Setzer concert once. It was the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life. Brian Setzer on a CD, on a recording of Brian Setzer is fantastic. But Cherry Pop and Daddy CD because I like Zoot Suit Riot, and the rest sounds to be so distasteful. So I got rid of it. Squirrel Nut Sippers fans. Stray Cats had Jump Jive and Whale. Yeah, that was a great album. Love that album. Artie Shaw. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Artie Shaw. Except, yeah, you can. You can go wrong with Artie Shaw. He said some nasty things about Glenn Miller. He wasn't a Glenn Miller fan. He said Glenn Miller should have lived and Chattanooga Choo Choo should have died or something like that. He was an interesting character, Artie Shaw. He was one of these types that he did not want to perform the music he was best known for because in his mind, he wanted to move on artistically. He didn't want to be bound by the past. And he got so fed up, he quit his band, et cetera, et cetera. And kind of missed the idea that the reason why you're famous is because people like the sound you're making with these classic songs. That being said, Artie Shaw music is fantastic. I just added another Artie Shaw song to my collection today. It's really good. So I can't think of what it is. Something with the word lover in it. It was I was Shazamming it at the restaurant because it's like, that's good. And I have that on CD somewhere, but Squirrel Nut Zippers. Yeah. Buddy Rich, interesting guy. YouTube search Buddy Rich bus tapes and prepare yourself for 15 minutes of pure entertainment. 45s are colored according to music genre. Yep. Got about 4 different versions of that. There was a late 90s swing band called Indigo Swing. I remember them. For me, Royal Crown Review was my favorite 90s swing band. Lester Scruggs. No, that's not who I was thinking. Ernest Tubb. Yep. It was Ernest Tubb. Ernest Tubb, who admittedly didn't have a good voice, but his audience was very passionate about him. I love Ernest Tubb. One of my favorite videos to watch, and if you're of a like mind to do so, if you go out on YouTube and look up Ernest Tubb putting nails in my coffin, there's this great live video of him doing it. Absolutely fantastic. Black and white. And if it's a colored version, that's not the one you want. But the black and white version, it just swings. It's a really good song. Owen Bradley. That's Patsy Cline's producer. Was. I was too cool for pop music. I liked Eminem and Limp Bizkit and Blink 182. Most people did. Something to do with allocation space on the disc. Jerry, if you can shoot me an email, recordology1938@gmail.com. Let me know anything I can try. I would love to do that. I've tried blank discs, erased discs, et cetera, et cetera. I just cannot make a dent. How's the Jensen JTA 385 holding up? I was wondering, I got one for the cassette player. I don't have that unit anymore, I don't believe. That was an all-in-one unit, I think. I don't believe I have that. Either it was gifted or sold. I'm not sure. We've given away a lot of record players on the channel. Do you hear that, TikTok? We give away stuff. So come and join us on YouTube, all 3 of you watching, and thank you for watching, by the way. And forgive me for this really awkward, terrible angle. I look like Shrek's body shape on this. If you look at me on here, it looks a lot better. I mean, it's a lie. What you see here isn't really representative of it. This is probably more realistic. But I like this better, so I'm going to go with this. Gene Krupa, yeah. See, I'm a Gene Krupa guy more than I'm a Buddy Rich guy. And I love, yeah, he is the GOAT. I love, oh my gosh, where is it? Where's my jazz stuff? Oh, it's back there. Dang it. You can see the jazz tab back there. I've reorganized my records recently. One of my favorite records is the drum battle between Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa. The last song with Ella Fitzgerald on there. And I think it's the last song. And the drum battle itself. I love it when the guy goes, "Go, buddy, go." It's just so good. It's so awesome. The drum battle. It's a cool LP cover too. Artie Shaw was very bitter fellow. Talented, yes, but bitter. Yeah, I agree. Little Jimmy Dickens. Little Jimmy Dickens. I think Ernest Tubbs record store recently closed. Did it? Oh, no. I wanted to go see that. I was in Nashville for a film convention probably 7 years ago, but it was before I got back into country music. And, oh, man, I would love to go see, first and foremost, I would love to see the Patsy Cline Museum. I would like to see the Johnny Cash Museum. I would like to see Owen Bradley's Quonset Hut studio. You can go in there. I'd like to see, Patsy Cline's house there. We almost got mugged in downtown Nashville. It was real, and I fell for one of the cheesiest, and the guy was getting close. He was working up on me, looking at my pocket because I had a breast pocket with a notebook because of the convention. I had a bunch of notes. He was looking to see if that was my wallet. Meanwhile, he's like trying to grab our hands and stuff. My wife and I were there. He's like trying to go, beautiful young couple and all this stuff, and charming you and all this stuff, getting close to you and then looking in your pockets. And we got away before anything bad happened. But so my wife doesn't want to go back to Nashville yet. I'm trying to talk her into it because there's so much cool stuff to see there. And I got to get down to Memphis. I have to get to Memphis. I have to see Graceland. I have to. I've been an Elvis fan my whole life. Gene over Buddy. You got it, Brian. Do you currently own any vintage RCA Camden tapes? If so, which ones? Camden, like compact cassette tapes or RCA cartridge tapes? Third Man Records. Yeah, they do some cool stuff. I keep an eye out for Jim Flora record covers. He designed cool records for Gene Krupa, Bix Beck. I had a Bix record, and I know it's very famous. I recently gave it to a friend. Very abstract, cartoonish design. That's cool. Columbia BE Graphophone needs its reproducer rebuilt. Got to run, says Family Dad. Thank you so much, my friend. Time to set up the grill. That's good. I need to get going too. Have you ever seen the Glenn Miller Orchestra live? Just got back from one of their shows. Yes, I have. Absolutely. Oh, it's Roman. Hey, man. Yes, absolutely, my friend. He's huge on TikTok, by the way. Check it out. I'm huge on TikTok too. I got 3 people following me. I'm simulcasting. Trying to do a live on TikTok at the same time. Thoughts on Chick Webb? Oh, cool. I'm glad I saw the comment. Chick Webb is awesome, or was awesome. And obviously Ella Fitzgerald took over his job when he passed away and led, I think he was like 19 years old, leading the Chick Webb Orchestra. But yeah, Chick Webb's orchestration on, what's the song? Ella Fitzgerald. Oh, crap. Famous song is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Welcome in, by the way. So yes, to answer your question, Glenn Miller live. Yes, absolutely. I'm good friends with Nick Hilscher, who led the band from 2012 until they did him dirty late last year. And I don't want to go into details on that, but I am not a fan of how that went down. That's a personal opinion. But yeah, it's being led now by a very capable guy named Eric Stabnow. And he's been with the band for many years as well. But I prefer the era of Nick Hilscher. I've got all three Glenn Miller albums that were released during Nick Hilscher's time. Where's the other one? I might have taken that. Where did I put that? That one might be in the bedroom. But here's 2 of them anyway. Show the TikTok audience and on YouTube as well. This is the best one. And this is a good one as well. This is the first one he did. There's Nick himself. Nick was the absolute and is the absolute GOAT. I've got his autograph on this and another band member as well. Just saw them at the World War II. I keep calling it that. The 1940s ball up in Boulder, Colorado. By the way, Roman, if you haven't done so already, man, check out, I think it was a week ago, my last Saturday video where I went up there and I got some live footage of the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Absolutely. Love those guys. They do great. And they're using all the original arrangements. Same band that's been in operation, except for COVID, all the way back to 1956. Why 1956 and not 1945? Well, that's because when the Glenn Miller story came out in 1954, Universal starring June Allison, Jimmy Stewart, it started a revival of interest in Glenn Miller's music. And then the original Glenn Miller band was reformed. Helen Miller, Glenn's widow, helped put that together, and the rest is history. They've been on the road since, and they tour all year long. Whew. Drum battle with Art Blakely and Ginger Baker. I have to check that out. Bick Spiderbeck. Is that how you pronounce it? Bick Spiderbeck? Interesting. I'm new to your channel, says Jay. Love your videos. I like nostalgia a lot. Welcome in, my friend. Glad to have you there. Absolutely. I agree. It's the best. Recently discovered Julie London. That's cool, Brian. Are you still using your Audio-Technica LP7? The LP7 has a new owner as of a couple of months ago. And you're like, what? That was the most expensive turntable you had. And it was, and still is. I don't think that was $800. I don't think anything has topped that from a value standpoint. However, I realized I just like the LP3 better. And then when my son came waltzing in with the Technics here, I like that even better. So that's my favorite. The LP7 was great. It was a wonderful turntable. I've got nothing bad to say about it at all. It was my primary daily driver for a period of time. And the person I sold it to was just getting into vinyl. And I said, you know what, dude, you're starting where a lot of people could only hope to get to after a period of time. So he must have come from a situation where he's able to jump right to a decent unit there, because that thing was that was a good turntable. It was good. Some people are like, oh, Audio-Technica. I would never spend $800 on anything Audio-Technica, which I think is ignorant, because Audio-Technica does amazing things. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Okay, if I've missed comments, okay, Chick Web comments still up there. If I missed comments on TikTok or here, I apologize. I'm going to try and wrap it up, guys. We've been gone an hour and a half, which I really had a fun time doing. Roman, where did you see them at? They were here in Colorado last week, so I'm curious. That was a great video. Record-ology 1940s wartime vehicles, people. Yeah, there's people skydiving. There was tanks, air shows. I got to meet a really cool dude. I've got a picture up here. I can't get it right now, but I got to meet a couple of famous people. It was really fun. Check out the video to see who I mean. Least of which is Mr. Bob Hope himself. I got to meet Bob Hope. That was pretty cool. It was a blast. I love it. I've been going to that event for like several years. They hadn't done it the last 2 years, but I've been going since 2017. Good evening. Love the World War II video. Gary, welcome in, my friend. Hey, man, it's late for you. Dude, it is like really late for you. You need to go to bed. Maybe you're using this as to help fall asleep. Oh, yeah, Jay, no worries, man. Welcome in. Walt Sanders just picked up Glenn Miller, the 45 limited edition. The white binder. Mine is number 37. Is it the second pressing? This is my second pressing with the large records. What number is mine? I don't know. What does it say on the inside? Yeah, this is 5 LP version, second pressing. A little harder to find. Most people that have this one right here, the box set. I've got 3 variants of this: the black label, the gray label, and the pink label. Here's the pink label variant. And I've also got it. I've got the 7-inch version as well. Again, this is volume 1. The gray label. If you get the 7-inch versions of these, they're truncated. These are EPs, but there's like 3-4 songs on each side, so they've truncated them down. so they're edited down. If you get the full size one, the LP version, that is those are the full versions. And then harder to find is Volume 2. I've got 2 copies of Volume 2. These are different songs. This isn't another pressing of Volume 1. This is different music. And I think there's 15 records in this set instead of just the 10 or 12 in the other. This is harder to find. I've got one in this padded envelope, and I've got one with the envelope was so rotted I had to just take it out. And then also very desirable and harder to find is the Army set. So Glenn Miller's Army music is a whole world in of itself. A lot of people never get to the Glenn Miller Army stuff, but it's the best. So yeah, fun stuff. Okay, let's finish up comments here. TikTok friends, I'm going to say goodbye up here. Thank you for watching. Check us out on YouTube if you want to continue the stream. We're still live over there for a few more minutes. Follow us, like, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for being there, guys. Take care. Okay, that was an interesting experience. Interesting experiment. It's so weird. So yeah, both times, this is my little stand I was watching on. Both times it feels like TikTok served it out to a bunch of people. And then they're like, this is lame. This sucks. I'm out of here. And they dipped. Okay. All righty. Way too much of analog. They watch way too much Analog Planet. I got Michael Framer did comment on my video about he left a not so nice comment, but expected about my video about CDs are better than vinyl. That brought him out of the woodwork. Okay, glad I caught you. Miles High, welcome and thank you for being there. Do you know that Dick Van Dyke? No, Dick Van Dyke died? Fact checking. No, are you serious? Please tell me this isn't real. Please tell me this is fake news. CNN doesn't have anything. I hope this isn't real. Oh, I hope that's not real. Oh, that's terrible. I hope that's not real. Oh. Steve, I'm going to have to leave. It's almost 1 a.m. here. My friend, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you have any vintage RCA Camden cassettes? We talked about that. Going to bed. Gary, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Praying for you guys. Hang in there. You fix warped vinyls. There's a whole thing about that. You can kind of melt them between glass panels in the stove. I haven't done it yet. Oh, it's fake news? Good. I'm glad. I was playing some Glenn Miller this week while working at home, and his tunes are great, of course. They put me in the mood while working. That's cool. Yeah, those are cool. That's true. I would say that's true. YouTube is niche while TikTok caters to mainstream. Between 2 heavy books for a week, that's a good idea. All right, my friends. With that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, for being there, for my shenanigans as we tried that little experiment. Interesting. I don't know if I would do it again. Maybe I will. I'd like to be able to sustain an audience. For a while, I was getting real excited because I was like, this is crazy, man. We got like 70 people. To all of you, you guys mean a ton to me and my wife, my family. Really, you really, really do. This community we've built up is awesome. I say we, I mean you have built this up. You keep coming back for more. Either you're gluttons for punishment or you're just great people, which I know is the case. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the weekend. Don't miss the World War II video from a few days ago. And definitely don't miss our show tomorrow. It's going to be fun. So happy record hunting, guys. We'll see you next time.